Yo, this is TTB episode 39. Today is 420. For all y'all smokers, and I'm probably high as hell right now as we speak. But hey, shout out to y'all. It's an anniversary on a lot of crazy things. You know, we ain't gonna talk about Columbine, anything crazy like that. But been a lot of stuff going on in the news, man. We got yeah, everything going crazy over there in our the Middle East and everything. We got that. We got a lot of scamming stuff going on. Uh, man, hold on. Um, all right, cool. We had a earthquake off the coast of let me see if I still got that. It was on YouTube. Give me 1 second. I gotta organize some things. Oh. It was one that was a live feed. I just had it up. All right. I'll put that up later on. All right, yeah. There was an earthquake off the coast of Japan, man. They fearing tsunami. It was 7.5, big boy. So they got that. Then some more fraud stuff going on with the government. I'll go over. Then I'm gonna finish watching my Stars play the hockey game, maybe a little basketball. It's gonna be a short stream. Okay. Things just popping up. All right, let's go to Middle East real quick. See what the hell going on. This happened yesterday.
Guided missile destroyer, the USS Bronx, blew a hole in her engine room, stopped her cold. Marines choppered in, rappelled onto the deck, and took her over. The president says we have full custody and are seeing what's on board. It's an Iranian cargo ship called the Tuska, almost 1,000 feet long and weighs as much as an aircraft carrier. And it's been under U.S. and European sanctions. It was up to no good. The Tuska was traveling from China. The Washington Post says it was loaded with dual-use chemicals used to manufacture ballistic missiles. Beijing just got caught doing us dirty, and Trump will make them pay. Guided missile destroyer.
All right, so basically that this ship tried to go past the blockade we had imposed, and of course they had to stop it, and they had to confiscate the ship. Well, it's basic war stuff, man. So apparently, it was traveling from China, so they would think it was weapons. So, and then of course, Iran was saying that that was act of piracy, which is crazy for them to say. Because like, if you know anything going on in Strait Hormuz, right? They don't they took some of my sailors hostage one time because like I think one like a swift boat or whatever. I don't know what they call it swift boats anymore. The little small boats, it got too well, it got somewhat close to their international borders or whatever. They waterway and they confiscated and had Obama pay a ransom for it or something like that. So yeah, it's rich coming from them. It's them saying that. But hey, this is what's up, Just Jay. By the way, Just Jay, you were tripping yesterday, man. Hey, you were on one, man. I mean, Jen's one, she the homie, man. And look, I hope ain't no hard feelings. I had to let you go on that one. That was crazy. But hey, they roasted me and you on Rodney and them panel. But we'll talk about that another day, man. So this drop, President Trump signed an executive order invoking the Defense Production Act while increasing energy prices. This order surges federal resources of production of petroleum, liquefied natural gas, coal, and power grid infrastructure. So they're trying to there we go.
Liquefied natural gas, domestic petroleum. Moments ago, President Trump signed an executive order invoking the Defense Production Act.
Yeah, you were flirting a little bit too. You old a flirty drunk ass woman, man. You tripping? I was like, she just flirting with me. It was fun though, man. You could this hey, try not to be too disrespectful. I understand you on one, but goddamn, you were tripping this. That's not. It's cool. It's cool.
Act to provide federal funds to a range of energy projects. This comes as Americans deal with rising gas prices and oil prices during the conflict with Iran. The measures cover a bunch of sectors, including coal, liquefied natural gas, domestic petroleum, and power grid infrastructure. Moments ago, President Trump signed an executive order.
All right. So that's good. Hopefully that'll help with the gas price and everything. Like, I actually got under $4. See, I dropped a Mustang. Of course, V8s you gotta have premium, especially high-end V8s. So yeah, I finally got under $4. Shout out to I had some discounts too, man. But like even with discounts, I was like right at like 4 or 5 before the discounts. So yeah, so now right now it's political season. You're gonna hear a lot of talking points, a lot of craziness, you know what I mean, coming out. They try to figure out a political angle to work this for, so people vote for them, whatever. I'm talking about the Democrats. So this is a new talking point they're using. Here we go.
Are you suggesting that Obama's leadership on Iran was better? Because under President Obama, there were 14 wire transfers to hold on. There were 14 wire transfers to a Swiss account linked to Hezbollah between 2014 and 2016. That was a total of $1.7 billion. The same $1.7 billion he told Congress was frozen Iranian assets. Now, there was a back channel to Tehran through Valerie Jarrett, active for 2012 to 2024. This was after he left office. So, it was almost like a shadow government. He also sent pellets of cash in a plane to Iran. Now, why would you send money to Iran knowing that they are building a nuclear weapon and they are the leading sponsor of terrorism?
Barack Obama was a great statesman who left America much safer. I wouldn't put Donald Trump in the same paragraph.
Are you suggesting that?
So yeah, he didn't even try to answer the question. And that's what we in politics. Like just say they were talking point, don't answer the question, deflect or whatnot. And the thing is, like, there's time to be statesman, like there's time to you might have to slap somebody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dealt with this in, the playground in high school, in elementary school. Like sometimes, hey, you might get a disagreement with your friend. It might be an argument. It might be a real wrestling match. You know what I'm saying? But y'all have mutual interest, so y'all be mad for a day and be friends next day, right? These folks do not want to be our friend. They don't want a few countries that's outright say death to America or whatever, right? So, like, where do we get in his head that we can negotiate? I think Trump is playing a bigger game. Like this whole negotiating things, like him saying, "Hey, Strait Hormuz is open," and then they said no, it's closed. He's using them to be like, okay, I could make them. Only thing I do is just say something. They're gonna say the opposite and do my bidding anyway. That's just my little theory about it. I don't have no inside knowledge. Just looking at tea leaves, because like as long as they keep up with the sabotage of the Strait Hormuz, right? It hurts. It eventually hurting the main. In my opinion, their main target, which is China, that's the main target. I mean, you don't You don't take. Here's the thing. You don't take out Maduro the way you did while the Chinese delegations there for like for trade or whatnot. They were actually in country. You don't do it in that form of fashion. You know what I mean? If you didn't want to send a message like, "Hey, you know, we know how to get to you." So, and my theory is like that. Right now, Russia is saying that we're in World War III. I'm saying if we are in World War III, November of 2019 was the first shots when the first case of the virus started going around. Right. So let's take a look at what Psyop Anime got saying. アイアンドームは決して破られない。まだ切り札がある。アイアンビームだ! Hey, Macross now. Oh yeah. So apparently, another thing went down. This look, I should have put this in the description. Israel doing like missions over Syria apparently. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hey, I don't know. Hey, we'll know what went down with that probably a couple of weeks from now, man. So let's talk about the scamming real quick. Like I said, this might be a short stream. It might 30 or 45 minutes. What? She killed me with this purple hair. Old lady with purple hair is crazy. So Trump Interior Secretary Doug Burgum just revealed he found NGOs where up to 100% of their revenue was the federal government, and their CEO would make $650K a year and pay lobbyists $400K. He exposes it. We found organizations that were receiving grants from Interior, where 80 to 100% of the revenue of the NGOs of that NGO was a grant from the federal government, and yet those organizations, we were sole source of their revenue, but they will have a CEO making $650K and for 400K lobbyists. Damn, that's crazy. See what they saying?
Some components of the Fish and Wildlife Service are proposed for complete elimination. That includes the state and tribal wildlife grants. Is that wrong?
There was a review done of the grants on the grant side, and that is an area where there's been substantial review. We found organizations that were receiving grants from Interior where 80 to 100% of the revenue of that NGO was a grant from the federal government. And yet those organizations, we were the sole source of their revenue, but they would have a CEO making $650,000 and $400,000 lobbyists.
Let me just.
I wish I would have heard the rest of that situation. Oh man. Oh, speaking of fraud, here's another thing. Now I've talked about this bill they got in California talking about stopping the Shirley Act. So he's going around asking all these politicians in California about their support of this act. This 10 minutes of it. So I'm gonna show some love on this one. It's crazy. Let's see how all these. I know about Mia Bonner. She really wasn't. She was running away from him. So here we go.
We just want to ask you about the bill and why you guys would pass this bill that really is an attack on free speech.
I am not even sure what you're talking about.
Really?
You said an author. I don't think.
Yes.
I'm an
Did you
author.
pass out? Did you sign to pass this bill? The AB 26?
No, I don't
24?
know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You do not.
No,
Are you
guys
serious?
are just talking about.
She's the author of the
We're
bill.
talking about something random. Okay.
Well, co-author.
Sasha, how are you doing? We just want to ask you about the bill AB 2624. Why would you sign off on that? It's a direct violation of the First Amendment, and it makes it harder for people to expose fraud here.
We have Ledge Council. They check the constitutionality of all our bills as we're writing them. I work on fraud issues. You'd know that if you look at some of the work I did on the budget subcommittee.
Amazing. So the Mia Bonta, her husband's the Attorney General of the Attorney General of California, and it was only until I exposed fraud that they actually cracked down on the fraud and made some arrests here, especially with the hospices. And do you know that if this bill were to pass, it'd make it illegal for someone to go after fraud, especially if it's based off of immigrants, for instance, the Armenians in California?
No, I think that that's a misinterpretation of the bill, but
Oh, the
I'm
whole
happy to talk to you more
misinterpretation
about it.
angle.
And
Don't you
fraud and
worry.
investigations into fraud are something that's been happening for a very long time. The Attorney General handles those cases.
You
This
think
is
it's
an
a little
ongoing
weird
issue.
that the wife of the Attorney General, Mia Bonta, is now pushing this bill that literally goes against the First Amendment?
No, I actually don't. I don't think that this bill violates the First Amendment. I mean,
Really?
that's the whole purpose. We have Ledge Council and Ledge attorneys that talk with us about this.
Yeah, no-
Constitutionality is really important to the work.
So your
that we do.
bill criminalizes publication of images recorded in public. Do you believe the government has the right to punish journalists for filming in public space?
No, I think that is a complete misinterpretation of actually the
No, because
piece
if
of legislation.
that is not. That's literally what happened. Speaker Rivas, how are you doing? What do you think about the Stop Nick Shirley Act, AB 2624?
Talk.
I don't know anything about it.
And do you think there's any conflict of interest there with Mia Bonta and her husband being the AG? That just shows you everything you need to know. These people won't even answer the questions. So you signed off, you're a co-author of the AB 2624 bill. What made you want to sign off on this bill that would literally make it so NGOs don't have to disclose their money?
Yeah, we'd have to go back and look at the materials from that committee hearing.
Okay, and what, for instance, just answer the question. Why does your bill apply to organizations receiving taxpayer money? Shouldn't publicly funded entities have more transparency, not less?
Restate the question?
Yeah, so entities that receive money from the government, shouldn't there be more transparency and not less?
I think we want to make sure that we are being accountable to public funds.
Yes, and so you sign off on a bill that would make that harder to have transparency.
Well, I don't think I see it that way. I think that we're making sure that, all of our systems are able to get the money out to community and that there's transparency and accountability incorporated.
But you're literally signing off on a bill that would make it for less transparency, sir.
That's debatable, and I don't
It's not
agree.
debatable. They're going for immigration-based services. They're trying to make it harder for money to be disclosed.
Thanks.
Look, they just run off. How are you doing?
I just want to say hi. So great work. Very
Thank you.
proud of what you're doing.
And how come you think that they're just sign off on a bill that would make it harder for organizations that receive taxpayer dollars to be?
I don't agree with it. I think you're on the right track. This is an attack. It should not be. It's not right. You're doing well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're a co-author of the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Oh, you know who I am. My name is Nick Shirley, ma'am. You signed off on the AB 2624 Act. Can you tell us about what you did on that?
I don't even know who you are.
Well, my name's Nick Shirley. But either way, can you tell me about this assembly bill you're trying to pass?
Corrupt, man. God
My name's
damn.
Nick Shirley, ma'am.
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
But could you please just answer any question about the AB 2624 bill? A lot of people are worried about that it's going to stop fraud investigations. But you're the one who signed off and you're a co-author of it. These people are crazy. They can't even answer questions about the bills that they're co-authoring. Hello, Mr. Lowenthal. How are you doing?
Okay,
Doing great. How do you feel about proposing a bill that would put $10,000 fines and potential jail time for publishing a video from a parking lot?
Wait, can you say that to me again? Let me
Yeah,
understand
so
that a
AB
little bit
2624,
Corrupt, man.
if
This
a
is
journalist were to go
crazy.
and investigate fraud, an immigrant
Oh man, I'm glad I ain't in
an
California.
immigrant
Shit.
service company, essentially, from the government that receives taxpayer dollars, they could potentially risk receiving a $10,000 fine with this bill you guys are trying to pass.
Well, I need to read the bill.
But you signed off on the bill. You passed the bill.
What do you mean I passed the bill? I don't know.
It's gone through two times and it's been passed.
What 2 times? Where are you referring to? Are you referring to committees?
Yes.
Which committees?
I can tell you right here if you give me a second. But
speaking of committee, I'm in the privacy committee right now, but
Yep.
I don't think that bill has passed before my case.
he's a co-author of it. He's a co-author of that bill. What's your thoughts on this AB 2624 bill? Any response? Like, what would make you guys want to pass this?
Oh,
You think it
man.
makes it harder for fraud to get discovered here in the United States?
She ain't trying to say it.
Why can't you guys just answer our questions? You guys are the ones who are signing off on these bills. So what do you think about the Stop Nick Shirley Act, AB 2624? You don't know much about it? Or,
I don't know if I know that.
oh, well, can I tell you a little bit about it?
Okay.
So you should know. You should know about it though, because it's kind of your job.
Man,
So
smug.
the Stop Nick Shirley Act, what it does is it shields immigrant. Oh, all right, we can keep on. The Stop Nick Shirley Act shields immigration nonprofit workers from public record disclosure. It criminalizes publishing images and videos of covered workers, even taken in public. Grants covered orgs power to man video takedowns. Imposes a $4,000 civil, $10,000 criminal, $50,000 felony fines per violation. Applies to taxpayer-funded organizations. Would you support a bill that allows all that to take place? It is your job. Would you support a bill? Yes or no, ma'am?
Can you take
Thank
that
you,
out of
baby.
our
It was
face?
so good to meet you. I hope you have a great day.
Ma'am, you're literally working for us, but you won't even answer our own questions.
She don't
Like, these
think
people
you
get
have
paid
to,
by
man.
our tax dollars,
Still vote
yet they
for
can't
him.
even answer anything. This is super important. People have a lot of questions about the AB 2624 Act,
So this bill,
aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Tell us about it.
well, there is no Stop Nick Shirley Act, but the author's not here today, but I hope you can find her.
But you're the co-author of this.
I'm a co-author of many, many bills that protect vulnerable communities in California.
Good, so you should know a lot about this bill. For instance, it
Hold on.
shields immigration.
Hold on one. Hey,
I hate to disrupt the phone call. This is important. Wait, come on.
Oh,
Look at that.
some
These
whole
guys
ass
really
shit
just don't want
right
to answer
there.
any of the questions. These people won't even answer questions about the bills they're co-authoring.
Welcome to Sacramento. You know, I appreciate you exposing waste, fraud, and abuse. It is rampant in California, just like in Minnesota. And if it wasn't for independent journalists like you, that would not be happening in our state. And I applaud you for doing it. And welcome to Sacramento.
Well, these people are literally signing off on these bills and they're acting like they don't have any idea what it is, when it really is a direct violation of the First Amendment.
Most of them don't read the bills, but they know what it is. The people that you talk to that co-authored the bill, they know what it is.
Yeah,
It's criminal. And then to think that they're getting paid from the taxpayers of California, yet they can't even answer any questions about these bills that they are co-authors of.
A lot of times when the media will approach them, they deflect often, and that's just the job that they do, and they'll continue to vote. And it's ironic, like I'm the author of SB 14. It's made it a strikeable offense to make sex trafficking of a minor a strike offense in the state of California. And Mia Bonta, we had to get the governor engaged to reverse her decision on the committee to not criminalize sex traffickers, but she wants to criminalize you. That's an ironic situation, huh?
That is very ironic. So
So I think what Nick gonna do, he gonna challenge that and get them to prosecute him and put that shit to the Supreme Court. That's gonna be his overall play. So this shit gonna get crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, because it is a violation of First Amendment. You can't stop people from doing journalism, man. That's crazy.
AG's wife, the Attorney General's wife, Mia Bonta, she wanted to protect sex traffickers.
She voted, she wouldn't vote, and she did not pass a bill in committee a couple of years ago to make sex trafficking a minor child a serious strikeable offense. So if you get a strike and 3 strikes, you're life in prison. She wouldn't vote for it. The governor engaged in that process. The next week they passed it out of committee, but she wouldn't criminalize sex traffickers, but she'll criminalize people like you.
That is insane. Mia Bonta, she sounds like quite the lady.
You should meet her one day.
She didn't show up to her own job today, Mia Bonta, didn't it?
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, is this Scott Wiener right here?
Yep, yes, he is.
Yes.
Scott Wiener, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Can you give us your opinion? Thank you very much. Can you give us your opinion really quick on AB 2624?
I think you're a psycho scam artist. So
You think please disclose how you think that. Look how they just run away. These guys are fools. It would suck to have last name Wiener anyways.
So right there, you have literal co-authors who will not give answers to the bill that they are a part of. Some even said they aren't even co-authors of the bill.
Ooh, boy, I couldn't live in California. All right. Push and investigate.
To go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying that we could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country.
Oh, they gonna take that and make it something he ain't say, man. It's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Turn on my. Oh, hold up. Did I drop the link? Drop the. Give me a second, y'all. So basically, they investigate Ilhan Omar, for doing some dirt. She calling it, hold on, sorry. Busted. Following President Trump's push to investigate Ilhan Omar for becoming a multimillionaire while in office, Omar has amended her financial disclosure, saying she's worth up to 90K. Previously, she said up to 30 million, and it's calling it a accounting error. Yeah. Shit. They're fighting. So yeah, she and see what's so cold about it. What she doing? What they're gonna try to do is say, well, how can I say it? So her husband got the money, not her. Gonna try to play that game, but it don't really work. It don't work like that. I'll be curious on what actually goes down in this situation. So yeah, hey, gotta fix it up. All right. A little pop culture news. There was a story a couple months back about David. That's how he's supposed to pronounce it. His this 14-year-old girl was found dead in his Tesla or whatever, Tesla trunk. So here we go. Los Angeles prosecutors charged 21-year-old David Anthony Burke, known as David, with first-degree murder in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez around. Oh, that's a year ago. April 23rd. It's exactly a year ago. April 23rd, 2025. They allege he had repeated ex relations with her when she was under 14. Now, this nasty boy fuck right here. Then unallow her after she threatened to expose the abuse and harm his music career, dismembering the body and hiding in the Tesla trunk. The badly decomposed remains were found September 8th. Oh, damn, that's 5 months in the hold on. Remains in 2025 at a Hollywood tow yard, leading an additional charge of child abuse and mutilation. First team insists he is innocent while he faces life without parole or death if convicted. I didn't know they brought back death penalty in California. It's screwed up, man. So the charges is continuous X abuse of a child, murder for financial gain. That's a hit, man. Murder of all right, this is it. Use of deadly weapon. Oh man, this is come on, man. Oh man, that's crazy. Hey, protect your daughters, man. For real talk, man. I got a 10-year-old right now, man. I couldn't imagine. I mean, the days of man, it's just Hollywood, man. I don't know. That's sad. It's a sad situation. Into another sad situation. So shout out to Misunderstood. I was on a panel late Friday night, early Saturday morning. Couldn't sleep really because of I was going to Austin for the whole Texas spring game. But we were talking about the situation, and we had a heated. I didn't have a heated direct debate with her, but somebody else on the panel about they want to emphasize the mental health aspect. I was emphasizing what tragedy could cause the mental health situation, right? So so I didn't know he was accused. He was accused during the Me Too movement situation. Like when he was supposed to be like running for governor of Virginia when Northam was stepping down. Like he got term limit out. No, he didn't get term limit out. He had that scandal with the blackface. So apparently he had two cases. He had one. He he went up to like he was a young dude, like I think we were around the same age while you playing. But he was younger. He was working on the John Edwards staff, which if y'all know anything about John Edwards, he was a Clinton wannabe through and through. Like he was messing around. He cheated on his wife allegedly, because I don't know if it's 100% true, but the thing was he cheated on his wife allegedly while she was having cancer. He was like, oh, he was really dirty with it. It was so yeah. That was a crazy story back in the Gap. I remember that shit because he tried to run again. He tried to run for president in 2008, and that shit came out. But yeah, he never was charged with the crimes. But like the first one, now I don't know too much about the second one, but the first one, he was a staffer for the John Edwards campaign, and she talked about the story. I don't want to go find a video. But basically, like she was an advocate for victims, of the ex crime, broadening, and they were real cool. And like he was single then, he wasn't even married at the time. So like he was working at staff, and he was real cool. Going talking to the women and everything, doing the whole nine, right? So he needed to get, apparently the story go, he needed to get some papers at his hotel, and she went up there and followed him. And when he got to the hotel, he started kissing off on her and everything. Then, you know, from her words, she had a little episode, like, yeah, that's what you gotta worry about, especially with somebody that got like trauma like that. Anything could be a trigger for that situation, man. For us, man, we gotta really be careful on everything when it comes to intimacy. Hell, even with your wife and everything, man. Even though you might think everything cool, you know, things go bad, and they remember everything. They remember everything they didn't really feel comfortable with. So you got to be real careful about that shit, man. Just you know, leave respect on that situation. So he had that. Then he had one that when he was in Duke, uh, it was a weird situation. I don't know fully the whole thing, but like she had text messages from him, so it make it look real bad. So apparently that kind of destroyed his. That happened to Me Too. That kind of destroyed his political, like his political future. He was. They were already saying like he was gonna be the next Obama. Him and yeah, he took Air Force Junior Space on that one. So yeah, so the debate was, is the Me Too situation the trigger point of his mental health, or he already had mental health and they just exposed it or whatnot, the mental health issue to lead up to this, and that was a big debate. I think more likely, because I don't think some women understand like how a man sees his name, his reputation, especially work hard in that field, in any field that your reputation means everything. Like if you, I mean, think about it. It's hard for a man to eat if he have a bad reputation. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel that that was a trigger point for all this, because like when he started drinking, man, imagine you about like 5 steps away from being the president of the United States in his eyes. Like legitimately, you probably could say that because like he was gonna be the next star in the Democrat Party. Like if that didn't go down, let's say he would have became governor of Virginia, he probably wouldn't have been. It would have been him going against Trump instead of Biden. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that probably had to hurt him. Yeah, I mean, no doubt that hurt him, man. Because like, if that was your dream, like you want to get in politics for this reason, so that's your dream. So yeah, man. So this is a sad situation. Apparently, like his teenage boy found him, and yeah, that's how they found him and stuff. But I firmly believe, like, I don't think like a lot of women understand like what our name, our legacy mean to us. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta, and us as men, like, we gotta support our friends to a point where I'm not saying go and pay their bills or anything, but when you see, the worst thing is for a man to get isolated, then getting his thoughts, because like your thoughts, man, could betray you, for real. Make you think like everything is worse than it is. You know what I'm saying? Even if all of a sudden things ain't really happening, you know, in the bedroom, you be thinking something going on, everything. You mean like your mind will make issues up if you don't see. Because like think about it, like when a man grieves, right? This is how I grieve. I ain't gonna say every man, but this is how I grieve. I get active, I get busy. I have to work that part out of my system so I could think logically. Because if you know, how many wars started because the dude lost something, he got in his emotions. Like people, that's how you create like the infamous people in the history. It's from trauma, and they're not able to just deal with it in a good natural way, you know. So like he went from the counselor's friends, he went to drinking heavy, the whole nine, man, and like that's, I mean, it sucks, man, because like just imagine, hold on, just imagine you work hard to be what you are, right? And then all of a sudden, things happen when you was in college, things happen when you was a young intern of something you probably, in some cases, man, what's so deadly about this? He probably thought, you know, hey, maybe this wasn't this is consensual. We have a little fling here. She just regret that. I mean, if you wanna, this goes to a lot of other stuff going on in society. Cause like I hear a lot of people talk about like for example the rodeo thing, right? The Houston rodeo. Oh shit, I thought it got so talking about the Houston rodeo and like they were talking about how a lot of women are dressing more out there like that, right? And one of the reasons, cause like people once upon a time, people used to find like the internships and you meeting somebody of the opposite sex and stuff. That could be, a hookup. Like you could get in a full relationship at that situation, right? Same with college and stuff. But if a lot of people, even though like again, if he did anything untowards and stuff, like, hey, that ain't cool. I'm not with that shit. But I'm just talking about I'm talking about the overall effect of like relationships and everything. Cause the thing is, it becomes everything becomes like copycat. Like even if somebody see bad behavior, if somebody getting away with it, they'll go mimic it or whatever. It's like human nature to like try to do that type. Now I ain't say do that type of shit, but just in like they see somebody getting away with something, it's either you gonna fight and try to get them getting they just do, or you gonna join them. And a lot of cats will join bad behavior if they thought it was just the right thing to do. Like I could never understand like people going after the drunk chick, man. It's like that's to me, even before it was really known about like that's gonna be a charge on you if you do that, right? That's what it is. But I would want somebody I'm with to be a sober mind, so it won't be any issues or anything in general. And people that was going out finding the drunk chick and hooking up with them and everything, I'm like, come on, man. And it was dudes that did that shit. And that shit wasn't cool. But the thing is, though, what happens is things get overblown because now, like, they think we all some people paint all the men at the bar be like them dudes looking for somebody to be drunk. Now, if I was, let's say I was single, I went and approached a girl. Today it might be a whole different weird thing. So what happens if every man start feeling that way? That that woman is not gonna get anybody. It ain't gonna be on. No, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of people that not gonna want to talk to them just because they got their reputation. They're working hard. They're on their purpose. They're doing what they need to be doing. They don't want any distractions and messing up. So that's why now more women going when they go out, they're gonna dress more provocative to garner that attention. Because if now dudes if we don't make sense of a bad decision if the chick like she's down with it. You know what I mean? So I mean that just goes along with the whole thing. I'm not saying nothing with this case. It's just what this stuff like this have a cascading effect, man. If y'all believe it or not. And what I mean by cascading effect, if there's a large percentage of men out here that don't see the point of going to approach a woman, try to know them, try to conversate, try to, be take them out on a date and stuff. They not comfortable doing that because of the financial ramifications. We better be in the bad. We already in the bad space because the numbers don't lie about man. It's a large percentage of Gen Zs that haven't even had a date, man. It's and that's telltale sign that all this, right or not, had an effect on the situation. But like, well, this case, this is the sad part, man, because the kids, man, and that wife didn't deserve none of this either, man. Cause like, apparently she stood with him for she had her own dental practice. She stood with him. She held it down till he, get what he got to get together. And the thing is, I would say, man, like this is one of the problems with that side right now. Like, there's no way they're not even counting redemption with the men. There's nothing. They don't see us to be redeemed. It's enough. Matter of fact, there's another video I saw today, but I'm probably gonna wait till tomorrow. Oh yeah, my bad, not tomorrow. Programming note tomorrow. Me and Zeus, my co-host of the Urban Locker Room Sports Show, we're gonna be doing a draft preview. I gotta get together on that time, but I'll make a notey for it, right? But we're gonna be doing a draft preview probably around this time or whatever tomorrow. So in the draft, if you ain't noticed, the draft will be on Thursday, the first round. I'm just gonna cover the first round of it because that's really the most exciting thing. And damn, hold up, my mouth getting dry. I need to get some more water. So yeah, that's going down Thursday. Of course, tomorrow's gonna be a draft preview show. Wednesday, nerdish. And I gotta figure out what I want to talk about in nerdish, but it's another story. But yeah, yeah, I feel sorry for the wife and kids mostly, man, because she held it down, and apparently, man, like he was a broken man after that situation. Rightly so, man, because you lost your opportunity. But the thing is, man, like if he had good friends, I ain't gonna. That's unfair because like his friends probably reached out and probably told him a lot of stuff. But I would say if I was his friend, man, I would like, hey, there's a whole avenue where you could go and you could get more prominence for being being a survivor of like an allegation here and everything like that. You could really probably help help the next generation because like it's a lot of dudes that is literally scared of scared of losing everything behind a chick that do a false allegation. I mean, even false allegation, that's way more scary. I mean, I don't know. That's a scary proposition to get false allegation, and especially when I ain't gonna even go there. False allegations, man. Like, and then that you are pretty much guilty until you prove innocent in the court of public opinion in that situation, man. So, man, like, I highly suggest though, real shit, as a man, like, get a dash cam. Like, if you ever have to drive, let's say for whatever reason you gotta drive your coworker home, have you a dash cam in that motherfucker, and just don't do nothing untoward or anything. Then if you gotta protect yourself, man, because like the thing is, there's a lot of people love attention. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that attention comes with a money situation. Like if imagine this, you're a victim of like a governor. You got, and then that governor goes down. No pun intended. You have literally a book deal. You go on an interview circuit. You can do TED talks for surviving this such and such governor. All kinds of shit, right? It's a monetary value in that, man. And so unfortunately, we talking like that, but that's the truth. So it's sad. This whole thing's sad, man. He's dead wrong because he dead wrong on this, and let's not forget that point. Let me check on this. Man, my voice going out. Oh man, here go history. At that video, there you go.
浦河町中心部の上空です。
It's live from
66NH
live from
は浦河町
Japan.
中心部の上空です。
が取れるように行きますね。
はい。
So it don't look like nothing really going unless hold on.
沢泉さん、ここで何分ぐらいですか、あと。
Okay.
1分ぐらいです。
ごめんなさい、もう一度お願いします。
So apparently, there's no more tsunami alerts. So that's good. I mean, they don't need nothing like that, man. Tsunamis is horrible business. But hey, I have nothing else. Went through all my stories I found that was interesting. Like I said, the draft preview show will be tomorrow. I have the note have it scheduled exactly when it will be. But hey, I'm about to finish watching this game. I appreciate everybody coming in and everything. And you know what? Hold up. Next time, peace.